Hey everyone, Richard here, and it's time for the recap of my favorite event every year, Tucson Comic-Con. This is the 12th time this con's gone on. I've been going since, I believe, the 7th one. So I've gone to quite a few now. It's been really fun watching this event grow. But it's still it's not a huge convention. I'd say it's sort of medium-sized to small. But it's a great experience. It's not so packed that you feel like you can't breathe. You can still enjoy everything. The staff is extremely nice, and they run the place like a well-oiled machine. The guests are all amazing always, and I really don't have any complaints for this convention. So much so that I actually recommended it to a buddy of mine, Mike, Cobra Comics up in Phoenix. He'd never been to a convention before, and I said this was a good one to get his toes wet, if you will. And so he came down and joined me for that. I'm sure he'll do a recap of his own if he hasn't already. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description so you can check that out. So I got to meet up with him. I also got to meet up with Colt and Maria, his wife. I'll link links to their Instagram in the description. So it's sort of a nice YouTube, Instagram meetup going on at this convention this year, which added a new fun element to it for me. So yeah, just a great convention. I'll talk about it more as I go through the days. Before we get into what I picked up, I had to show this off. Mike, Cobra Comics, brought it for me as sort of a gift, and it's pretty awesome. It's a Moon Knight spray paint piece on canvas. Lots of blood plus splatter and stuff on it. Just a really cool piece. I'm actually going to hang it on the wall across from me over there once I find some time. But yeah, just really cool. So thanks again, Mike. But with that, we're going to cut here, run my little intro, and we're going to go check out what I picked up on day one. So we'll be right back. All right, day one. So Mike, Cobra Comics, had made sort of a joke that I was running through this convention like a well-oiled machine, getting signatures and whatnot. And it was kind of true. I kind of hit it hard in the very beginning. Very first booth I went to was the Tucson Comics booth. I picked up a couple exclusives from them. I'll show them later in the video. But from there, I went and checked out Dan Mendoza because I had two things I wanted to get him to sign, and he had some exclusives of his own there. So picked up a few things from him. Grabbed this. Still Ill. He had some like Disney themed. I only grabbed the normal covers. I didn't go for the Risk ones. But these were $15 each, and he signs for free. So there's that one. This one. And this one. So yeah, I was really happy to grab those, pick those up. I also had him sign a couple things for me. My Still Ill Princess 10th anniversary, the regular and the Risk. And when I was there, I actually set up a commission with him as well, but I'll show that again later in this video. I've got a commission from last year, and I had to do it again. Dan's a class act. He's always fun to talk to, very personable, a great guest for anyone who's going to a convention. Highly recommend meeting him if you ever get the chance. Really cool dude. So yeah, after I went and saw Dan, Mike and I went and checked out Randy Emberlin's booth. I also got a commission from him, which I'll be showing here in a bit. But I had two things for him to sign. I had him sign this, Doctor Strange number 78, and sort of this cranberry Sharpie looking pen right here. Don't know how well you can see that, but yeah. Doctor Strange fan, seemed like a great book. It has a first appearance in it. I can't remember off the top of my head who it is right now. I'll throw it on the screen. But yeah, got that signed by Randy. And I also got this signed by Randy. Second print of Amazing Spider-Man 361. Again, in that sort of cranberry color. Randy's a really nice guy. Good with names because he remembered who I was from my little comments I made. Mentioned Tat Comics to him and how he refers to his Uncle Randy, which got a laugh out of him. But yeah, just really great guy. 1 second, I'm going to grab what I got from him. Alright, so I had arranged with Randy to get a commission in advance. probably about a little bit less than a month in advance, I contacted him saying I wanted to get a commission done. And I got this, a great Black Cat inked commission. So super happy to get that. This will be going off to CBCS to get slabbed. And yeah, just a great book to get picked up while I was there. Then after that, I went and saw Mark A. Nelson, who's sort of known for his Alien contribution to Aliens comics. He's sort of responsible for all the artwork you see in those early comics for Dark Horse. I got him assigned 2 things. It was kind of an interesting experience because he refuses to sign with Sharpies. He thinks he knows the Sharpies of the old, when they would sort of deteriorate over time and bleed all over the place, eventually disappear. He sort of made a big deal about it. I didn't want to say too much, but the Sharpies don't act like that anymore. They've since changed the formula, but it was easier just to go with the flow. And he signed them in a silver paint pen for me. So here's this one, Aliens #1, first print. And there's his signature. Very interesting looking signature. Came out pretty nice. And he also signed Comics Interview 68, which is a great cover he did, and there's also a really fun interview in it, signed right there. And he also did a tiny little remark up here for me. Didn't even ask for that, he just went ahead and threw it in for free while I was looking at the next thing. He had some first prints of book 1 of Aliens at his booth, and he said if you bought one, they would have a original sketch in it, and it was very enticing to me. So he did this one, and I had to pick it up. Nice original art piece by Mark A. Nelson. Definitely one of my favorite things I picked up this convention. So yeah, that's staying with me. Mark A. Nelson is sort of a master of drawing monsters. He had a ton of original art available at his booth at extremely good prices. Even if you're not a huge monster person, if he's ever at your event, I suggest you go look at what he has, because his art is truly amazing and detailed. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So that's really all the signatures I got on the first day. But I did do a little bit of digging at one booth in particular. I got a nice little stack. The vendor said that he had picked up an 80s and 90s collection, and he just threw it all out for $1 each. I could tell it had already been picked some, but I got a few things in it. Picked up this Man-Thing 16. It's a reader copy, but it was $1, and I figured I'd pick it up. Man-Thing 21. Again, same thing. It was $1. Little reader copy. Astonishing Tales 23. This reprints some Fin Fang Foom stories. That was pretty cool to find that one. Witchblade and Tomb Raider, #1. Great book. I actually was digging with Mike when I found these, and I had mentioned I liked Witchblade Tomb Raider, and not like 30 seconds later he had pulled this one out and asked if I wanted it. So shout out to Mike for handing this over to me so I could grab this one. It's actually the first appearance of Tomb Raider in comics. Not an expensive book by any means, but as a fan of Tomb Raider, it was pretty cool to pick that one up. Then I picked up a few Pit comics from the Full Bleed imprint. Here's Pit 1/2. I just grabbed them because they're from the Full Bleed imprint. And then, yeah, here's number 10. And number 11. So yeah, little Full Bleed Pit. Had to pick those up. And then these last few books I also got for $1. Fantasy Masterpieces #9. Couldn't go wrong with Silver Age for $1. They're all readers, but they're not too bad. They're in decent shape. This one has really good color. I'm not leaving this in a bin for $1. Picked up Fantasy Masters #11. Same story. Not leaving this for $1. Picked up Marvel Tales #7. Again, Silver Age reprints. It's a thick book, and shape's not too terrible. Definitely a reader, but yeah. Picked up this one, Marvel Superheroes 22. Again, reprints some different early Silver Age stuff. It's kind of nice because it has sort of a pinup gallery in it of all the covers and then a few just general pinups of characters. There's a pinup of the Yellow Suit Daredevil in this. That's pretty cool. So yeah, for $1, I had to grab that. And then sort of the best book that I found when I was digging through there was this right here, Exo Man-O-War #4, first appearance of Shadow Man. Really, really nice shape. This is a book I've wanted for a while, but I never really wanted to pay up for it. And this one is just a nice, clean book. Could maybe use a small press, but otherwise, very happy to add that to my collection. Can't go wrong with Valiant. So yeah, that's basically everything I picked up on day 1. We'll cut here and we'll be back for day 2. Okay, day 2. Got another fairly decent stack of books, mostly signatures, but I did pick up a few things. I'm going to start with the books I picked up and then go to the signatures this time around, just to switch it up. I actually got these first 4 books all from a Goodwill booth. The Goodwill booth at this convention was extremely good. I know Mike picked up a ton of stuff at it. I think Colt did as well. So I grabbed all these books for $1 each, I believe. These first 3 I only grabbed because it was a full set. I don't know if I would have picked it up otherwise, but it is something I've been looking for. So here's X-Force, Sex and Violence #1 with a great Delado cover. And like I said, it's the full set, so I also got #2. Just beautiful, beautiful artwork on these. And #3. So yeah, I grabbed those, I believe, for $1 each. Happy to add them to the collection. Then the last book I picked up at that Goodwill booth was Batman and Robin Adventures, #21. A great Batgirl cover. This thing goes for about $15 to $30 depending on condition. So to grab it for $1, very happy about that. And the last book I did, I actually picked up while I was there. I didn't actually do very much digging at this convention. I was sort of looking at bigger books, wasn't really sure what I wanted to pick up. I was being a little picky. I decided to just focus more on signatures this time around. But I did find this great book at a small booth that's name I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But it's in really, really nice shape, which is why I was sort of willing to pay what I paid for it. I grabbed this for $30. Planet Comics #1. Great Dave Stevens cover. It's in really, really high grade, like I was saying. So that's why I was willing to pay what I paid. I didn't even try to negotiate. I saw it, pulled it out, and then the guy was looking at me like, why are you picking that up, essentially? Mike had made some comments that it was homage cover to Adam Hughes and whatnot. And I didn't say anything at the time, but I was sort of diffusing the situation, saying, oh, but I'm in it for Dave Stevens, because I didn't want the seller to realize I wanted it so much or think they mispriced it or something. But yeah, very happy to add this to my collection. Might actually get this pressed and slabbed because it's that nice. So yeah, there's that. Now I'll show the exclusives I picked up on the first day. First one is this one right here. Lady Death. I believe this is the All Hallows Evil #1 Earth Magic Edition, number 84 of 99. I didn't realize that at the time, but the artist who drew this was actually at the convention. I kind of wish there was some sort of indication of such when I was picking it up, because I would have got it signed by her. But either way, really nice to add that to my collection. And then I also grabbed this book. I waited to show it till now because I got it signed. Lady Death, All Hallows Evil #1 by James O'Barr. There's his signature up there. It's just a beautiful looking cover. This one actually sold out fairly quickly, so I'm glad I grabbed one. Yeah. And then I also got some other things signed by James O'Barr. These are the back covers. One's mine and one is a friend's. But Dead World #10, the normal and the variant, signed by James right here. James was pretty nice. Not a huge talker, but was happy to stop for a minute and chat. He was working on a Batman commission at the time. I also saw him working on an Alien commission that Mark A. Nelson from Day One was eyeballing, I saw. So that was pretty cool. Happy to add these. Gonna get these slabbed. Yeah. Next up, I went over to Brian Polito over at the Coffin Comics booth. Brian's always a great person to see and talk to at the events. He's very personable, and he's always happy to sign something. He was pretty excited to see this, Evil Ernie #1. He said it was probably the best cover ever. Not biased at all, but I don't really disagree with him. Signed it right here. This is actually, again, for a friend. But it was really fun to see him sign it. He likes to do tricks when he signs them upside down and all kinds of stuff. If you ever get the chance to meet Brian, definitely do it. There's that. And then I saw Mark Waid as well. Mark was extremely nice, very happy to talk to fans. If you don't ask him questions, he'll ask you questions. He likes to engage with people he's talking to. Yesterday, on day one, when I was showing the stuff I picked up in that one collection that were $1 each, I actually picked up 2 more books, but I forgot to show them then. But I got these signed as well. So Flash 91, signed Mark Waid, and Brian Augustin, who was the editor on this, was actually hanging out with Mark Waid at the time at the booth, so I had him sign it as well. So here's 91 and 93, both signed. Was happy to get these signed by Mark. This one I'm getting slabbed, and this one I think I might give away to you guys. So if you're watching this and you're still paying attention, leave a comment. Make it sort of nonchalant, but mention Bart Allen, and that'll enter you in to win this. I might give it away. About 1 or 2 weeks, I'll contact you through your comment randomly. One person will win this. But yeah, be nonchalant in your comment. Just include the name Bart Allen in it somewhere, and that'll get you entered for a double signed comic. And it's the second full appearance of Impulse. So yeah. So there's those. And then I also got Mark Waid to sign my whole set of Kingdom Come. Signed it in black, sort of the center on all of them, which is fine. I was just happy to get them all signed and have them now. Not probably, I am getting this one graded, but these ones I'm not. Mark's prices are really affordable. First book is always free. If you get them personalized, they're free. It's $5 for any book after that, $20 if you're getting it graded. And he's just a really great guy. I highly recommend you go and talk to Mark Waid if he's ever at a convention. I don't think he does very many, but he's a man worth meeting. So yeah, there's those. And then on day 2, I also picked up 2 commissions. I had set these both up on day 1. The first one was with Dan Mendoza. And here it is, Avengers Arena. Got a nice X-23 pen sketch to go with my death from last year. As long as he keeps coming, I'm probably going to keep getting something from him. So yeah, very happy about this one. And then the other one I picked up, which it's hard to say, it might be my favorite pickup of the convention. I got from J Photos. Again, it's a sketch cover. J Photos doesn't get a lot of credit, but he did quite a bit of work for Spawn between issues 140 and 190. He also worked on 301 recently. And he has his own series as well that he works on, 68 and Rebel Rising and a few other stuff. But I wanted to get something done by him in Spawn, and he knocked it out of the park. Because he did this for me. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful sketch cover. Only paid $50 for this, and it was more than worth it. This was such a hit that when he was finishing it up and getting it ready for me, someone else saw it and asked for something similar. I saw what they did. It was he did something for them a little bit smaller with less bugs to try to differentiate it from mine. But yeah, this is just a great, great book that I'm super happy to call my own. J Photos is so underrated in terms of artwork. You should look him up if you're not familiar. So yeah, there's that. And that's really all that happened on day 2, I think. Oh wait, one more thing. Be right back. On day 1, when I went and saw Randy Emberlin, because I had gotten so many things signed and gotten the sketch or everything he had gotten, he had decided he was going to give me a print for free. I didn't pick it up until day 2 because I didn't really want to carry it around, but I got this print from Randy. Great Doctor Strange. He signed it to me right here. But yeah, just an awesome print from Randy Emberlin that I picked up on the second day. So yeah, there's that. So that's everything on day 2. We're going to cut here and we'll be back for day 3. I actually forgot to talk about something that I did on day 2. So I'm just going to cut this in somewhere. Who knows where I decide to put it. But on day 2, I got to meet Paul Blake, who was Greedo in Star Wars. I had planned to meet him on day 1, but apparently I missed his signing that day, so I had to come back at 10 a.m. on the second day. And I was first in line. Very, very nice guy. Was pretty strong British accent. And when I was there, we were chatting, and he was really delighted to see the figure I came to get signed, because it was an older figure and he doesn't see those very often. Usually they're out of the card already, and this one's on card unpunched, so he was just sort of elated to see it. While we were talking, one of the staff members for Tucson Comic-Con came up to him and asked if he could get him anything, coffee or whatever. It was kind of funny. He asked for white coffee, and basically everyone around looked at him like, what are you talking about? What is white coffee? And he had sort of the, oh yeah, I'm talking to Americans moment, and said coffee with milk. So it just made everyone laugh, and it was kind of fun. But I got him to sign this, signed in silver. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it says Paul Blake Greedo. And then on the back, wrote a little arrow pointing to Greedo and said me. But there's that. So add that to my other 2 up here that I've gotten signed at past Tucson Comic-Cons. Got my Greedo fig. But that's all. I just wanted to add that in because this was a big part of the convention for me too. Always fun to meet someone from Star Wars. So yeah, that's that. Okay, day 3. This is the day I did the least on. I wasn't there very long, just a couple hours. Picked up a couple things. But first off, Colt gave me this. Super happy to add it to my collection. House of Mystery, $2.95, I believe. Yeah, $2.95 with iVampire. Any sort of 70s, 80s horror, I'm super happy to add that to my collection. So thanks again, Colt. I also picked this up at Billy Tucci's booth. It's a Vampirella and Red Sonja. He signed it down here. I've met Billy before. I think 2 or 3 years ago at Tucson Comic-Con. I had gotten a sketch done by him. He was real talkative at that time, but I think he was sort of overburdened by all the sketches and stuff he was doing this time, so he didn't really talk to me too much. He sort of just signed it, and that was that, but no real complaints. Happy to add that to the collection. And the other thing I got signed and picked up, Michael A. Stackpole was there, who was an author who worked on a lot of Star Wars stuff. I sort of had spaced that he was there. I realized on Friday, the first day, that he was going to be there, and I'd been looking for something for him to sign. And I picked up this Star Wars Mara Jade. It's the trade paperback, but it's the first print. It's signed right there, so I'm happy to add that as well. The last thing I did on Sunday was I got sort of a big book signed by Mark Waid. I had it witnessed and everything, and it's off of CGC. I wanted to send that one off to CGC instead of CBCS. No other reason other than just sort of a bigger book, and I thought it'd look better in that case. I haven't even shown off that I had picked up this book yet. I picked it up a few weeks ago for a really good price, but I'll throw it up on the picture. It's the Supergirl Legion of Superheroes number 23 variant. Mark Waid signed it in gold, and I don't think it could have been a better signature, so I gotta get that signed by Adam Hughes now to complete that book. But yeah, that's what I did on the 3rd day. Very happy about that. So yeah, we're gonna cut here real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I just want to do sort of some final thoughts, recaps on this convention. I had a blast. I look forward to Tucson Comic-Con every year. It gets better every year. The people are great, the staff is great, the guests are great. And this year I got to meet a bunch of friends from YouTube and Instagram. Mike, Colt, Maria. It was a really good experience. On Friday we actually all went out to dinner. We introduced Mike to Sonoran hot dogs, which is sort of a local delicacy, if you will. And I think we hooked him on those, so that was kind of fun. It was just a nice little aspect. I was actually on the next day, Saturday, I was talking to Mike about sort of the community feeling this convention has. We were in line for food at one of the food trucks, and Jen Hopkins, who is a staff member, overheard us and basically thanked me for saying what I was saying. Mike explained that it was his first convention, and we chatted for like 5 minutes or so. It was just a really pleasant experience. Sort of talking about what makes Tucson Comic-Con special with its outreach and its community. Yeah, so it was great. I have zero complaints. I look forward to it every year, and I look forward to next year. Hopefully, we can get some more YouTube and Instagram people to meet up and come hang out at this convention, uh, if not just for the fun of it. So, with that, that's all I really have to say. Uh, until next time, I hope you're all doing well, and take care.